Hi. Oh, it's lunchtime. The kids are outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they think it's odd that you're sitting around doing things?
They haven't really seen us.
Yeah.
They know we're doing Minecraft though, so they're excited.
Oh, cool.
Mine too.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's certainly very motivational.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's just keeping them on task with a great task that makes the difference, though. So they don't go build a roller coaster in the middle of their medieval castle, or which is something you could build now. You know how to use redstone.
No. I ended up doing a second, making it work, so that's good.
Oh, good. Well, once you know the basics, then it's just, you can find a YouTube video that'll unpack most things that you want to build. Roller coasters are an interesting thing. They're very useful in that, I think I might have said so in the session we had, the opening launch day. I work with some teachers here in New South Wales who were trying to do a history project, and they were trying to give kids a better way of seeing a timeline of great events in history. And so they started off, they were just going to build a timeline, a wall through history. And we were trying to push them to be a little more adventurous. And by the end of the day, they had decided they were going to build a roller coaster that would take you to stations. And each station would be a point in time or a great event in history. So you would go on your roller coaster, to something and then on to the next thing. Which is very cool. And then I said, well, why you build it? Make it the challenge for the kids to build the roller coaster through time, So, but by the end of the day, they knew enough to know that that's a possible thing, which is kind of the exciting bit.
Yeah.
So have we got everyone back?
I think we're missing Taylor.
Taylor's not back yet. We'll just give her a minute to get in. This afternoon's session is more supervised tutorials, because there's really good tutorials on the coding. And I just want to point you to those, and we'll do them together so we can sort out, issues and what's confusing and what's not. And for primary, I've presumed we're probably all going to want to do block coding, which is really drag and drop. But we'll have a look at what the rest is, because you will have students who will want to look at what's under the hood and try and code in language and in text. And so I'll show you what that looks like, so that if you've got kids who want to do it, they can flip into doing that. And indeed, you can learn it along the way by building in one and then looking at what it looks like in the other. So it's a lot of fun. And I think it's kind of like thinking about agents. It's like starting with the very simplest things and then building on each of those to think of what you can do. And again, out of this, you're going to have a challenge to complete, a little homework one. And so that will finish early. I'll try. I think is everyone happy with finishing at 3:30?
Yeah.
Is that what everyone was thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and then you have a little half-hour challenge thing to do, by Monday, let's say.
Yeah.
But of course, that's not strict. Given what's going on at the moment, we don't know where we'll be on Monday. So, yeah. Have you heard any more about school closures in Victoria?
No.
Our principal gave us a briefing yesterday. She called a meeting after school and just said that basically they're trying to hold out as long as possible, because what they don't want is the kids to then end up being supervised by grandparents. So if they're going to close, they're likely to tag it on to the holidays. So it would likely either be next week, or the first week back is a short week. So she said it's more likely to be the first week back.
Yeah.
Up until then, it's just business as usual. But we had, like, I've got 560 students at my school, and there were well over 150 absent yesterday.
Yeah, I have 27 students and I had 13 away yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, the parents are opting to keep them away?
Yeah, we have a lot of parents already working at home, so they may as well just keep.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's really troubling, isn't it? I went to the shops, not for anything, yesterday for some dog food, but like, it's really like Armageddon's hit. Nothing. There was nothing. Like, you couldn't get minced meat, or, you know, like, the stores are just looking so picked over.
Yeah.
It's gone well beyond toilet paper.
Yeah, I know.
Good to
It's
know.
good that Woolworths are doing the early opening now for the...
Yeah, that was nice, because
Yeah.
I think my son-in-law said he was in the shops early and there was like 2 packets of toilet paper left. And there was a couple of little old ladies who'd gone up especially for it. So he gave them to them. He said, you know, like, this isn't fair. So it was good that Woolworths have recognised that. And, you know, and I what, as people say, what about people who haven't got any money to stock up stuff, you know, like who are living from one paycheck to another paycheck, and they may not have a paycheck coming in now. I don't know how they're going to get by.
Yeah, especially if they end up not working.
Yeah. And how
my husband's company, it's in their contract that they can shut down at any time, and if you don't have any annual leave, too bad.
Yeah.
So
forced leave without pay.
Yeah.
Really problematic.
It is worrying.
Well, a friend of mine owns an apartment, this is in America, that she rents out. And all the young people that live in her, they're students. They go to uni and they have casual jobs to pay the rent. Yep. And she was negotiating with them what they could do given the current climate. You know, they've been good tenants, but, you know, she's trying to work out how to support them, and she's giving them a month off with no rent because they're likely to all lose their jobs because they work in restaurants and cafes and, you know, places that are closing. So,
but like not all landlords will be able to do that. A lot of people depend on the money coming in, like they have a mortgage to pay at the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, our Prime Minister asked businesses to keep paying people even though they're not coming to work. Well, small businesses can't all do that. You know, that's, if you're not got money, if you're a restaurateur or you know, small shop owner, if you've got nothing coming in, you can't be affording to pay out and continue to pay people who are not working. So, yeah.
I went to get coffee this morning, and they normally open at 6:30, and the door was locked, and then there was a sign on it saying that they've reduced their trading hours because of there's no one going out anymore. So they're now open 8 till 5 or something, when they were 6:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. or something.
Wow.
I get my coffee.
Necessities.
Our local Woolworths posted up on our community page today saying they're now closing at 8 p.m. because they can't keep up with the demand. They're normally open till midnight.
Yeah.
And they just keep up with the demand of the amount of customers that are coming to the shops. So they're closing at 8 to give them a chance to actually get shelves restocked in time for the next morning.
Yeah.
Just madness.
It is. I think it makes you feel even more scared seeing all this, you know, in the shops and seeing people fighting over things in the supermarket. And
yeah.
And
if you're not stocking up, like we haven't gone and stockpiled because you just think it's absolutely ridiculous. But it's going to get to the point now where everybody else has stocked up and there's nothing left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I've been going, oh, that's silly. I'm not going to join in that craziness. Yeah. But then when you get to the shops and you see how little is there, you start to feel panicked about it.
Yeah.
I was going to share a link. It's not related to what we're doing. I'm not sure what's happened to Taylor, but we'll wait a little bit. To a really a nice product that Brain Pop has brought out on a little game that kids can use for learning about coronavirus without it being scary. It's really quite nice. So I was just going to get it and give you a look.
We got sent this one today. Have you seen that one?
Which one?
This one. It's like a story.
Oh.
Coronavirus traveling.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's actually quite cute. I love to travel and to jump from hand to hand to say hi. And I don't know, it just reduces the panic in the kid, and it talks about how they might be feeling with coronavirus and stuff. It's quite cute.
Yeah.
If you could make coronavirus cute. But
Yeah.
Well, it seems kind of important that we make it not scary for kids, because it's scary for us as adults, and
yeah.
we feel like we can have some control over it, but kids have none.
No.
And I've been thinking about, I started a conversation in the team space about it, that perhaps we should be thinking about projects kids could be building that, you know, could create some positive space around this in Minecraft, you know.
Yeah.
Build your own bunker.
Yeah. Make toilet paper. Yeah, I'm just looking for the link to the little Brain Pop thing, because it's actually quite nicely done. I think it could be useful, and I've shared it with some other teachers, and they thought it was good. And if Taylor isn't here in a few minutes, we'll make a start anyway. It's the thing of doing this kind of thing at school. You get caught up in school business. So yeah, I think there's room for us to do some cool things with Minecraft, even if for the kids are out of school, they can't be doing multiplayer things, but they can certainly be working on some interesting projects that could have a positive spin on them. And I posted something else in this discussion space of all these groups around the world that are looking at positive play experiences for kids around the coronavirus issue. So I can't find it right now. I'll post it a little later, but it's quite a nice little activity. And I think it's non-threatening. No sign of Taylor yet? No.
Our links to this one was in our junk email, so maybe she was finding it.
Yeah, mine was too, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe she can't find it.
Okay, I haven't seen an email from her, and she's got my mobile number. I sent you all my mobile number, I think. I think that's because I know why that is. Normally I mail merge the emails, so it only sends as one message, but to however many people. And I forgot to do it on the second invitation, so it shows as multiple recipients.
Yeah.
Which
I gave her the code.
Hey?
She messaged on Teams, so I just gave her the code.
Oh.
Okay, great, thank you. The EduMail sees those multiple messages and thinks it's spam, I think. It's all good.
Hey everyone, and welcome.
Also, Bron, while we're waiting for Tyler, I noticed yesterday when I went on to the Teams, I hadn't seen the thread for the second homework challenge, and it's actually at the bottom. There was a little bracket that said hidden channels, and in there were 3 channels that I hadn't seen that were hidden, and I had to click view on them to get them to actually appear in my list of channels.
Yeah, that's the thing about Teams. It only allows us to make, I think it's 8 channels immediately viewable. After that, it allows the users to choose which ones they want to view. So I might have to send a message out to people to just say, watch out for look for the hidden channels if you don't see them. Because what I've had to do is turn one off to turn one on, so it's immediately visible. So the more recent things I've made immediately visible, and the other things I've had to sort of drop them off. So, but you can turn them back on to be visible for yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's designed so that you don't get overwhelmed with the number of channels that are in the space.
Okay.
Okay, so we have everyone back. Yeah, sorry, Taylor, did that go in the spam bin or something?
I have no idea. I didn't get a second code because I spent that whole time trying to find it. I was like, I don't know whether we're supposed to be going back to the first one or not.
Did you get I sent my mobile number anyway, so don't worry to call me if you need to. It's all good.
Okay.
But we're here. We were just talking about what's happening in schools, and I was just saying there's a few little games I've come across. I'll put the link in the space, in the team space for everybody. A few good games I've seen that kids could be playing, and whether we could be using Minecraft to get the kids to design something positive given this, future we have.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen because we're going to start today. I don't remember which screen I've got open. Most of what we're doing today will be a guided tutorial through the tutorials, but I've picked the best of what I think is fun to do and useful. And most of there are really good tutorials online, so it's not like you can't use them. For some reason, I just closed Keynote. Sorry, I'll get it up in a sec. So we're going to have a look at the basic tutorials and how to bring up the coding. It's a good thing you're doing this now because it used to be pretty much like we use Classroom Mode. It was a separate app and you had to call it up and then you had to link it to Minecraft. And now it links straight out of Minecraft. So you're not having to deal with all that login issue, which is really nice. So it seamlessly works inside the app. So that's one thing less to worry about. Thank hallelujah. Sorry, I'm just getting my screen up to share. Let's have to do it again because it didn't find it. There it is. Okay. So we're going to look at some simple coding and the programming in Minecraft. So we've looked at NPCs as a way of interacting in Minecraft. And we're going to look at a different way of interacting, which is the agent in Minecraft. So the agent is the object, is the thing that carries out the code in Minecraft. So you should be seeing my slides now.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in and do a couple of the basic tutorials that are actually linked in the Minecraft space because they're quite fun and easy to do. And you're leveling up. They've been gamified a little bit, which is really cool for kids to do because they can be going at their own pace. And so I hardly recommend the tutorials. They're well done and they're fun. And, kids can move along at whatever speed they need. So if we go into Minecraft, so if you get Minecraft up and just, again, build, you can keep your castle world, or if you want to go back into your castle world, go far away from your castle for what we're going to be doing next, so that what we're doing doesn't impact your castle. But you've got a choice: make a new world, or go in the one you're in but move farther away. And if you make a new world, make it flat. We just want a flat world again to work with.
You're raining. Yeah.
Sunny days over here.
Is that far away?
So I'm going to go back into my interactivity world and play.
Attention students, could Anastasia from floor S please come to the office?
Okay, and I'm going to move away from what I was doing. Okay, so we've got a nice clear space for what we want to play with. Now, again, it's a command that's going to bring up the code app. So you're doing backslash to bring up the opportunity to use a command, and then you're just going to write code. Backslash code, and that's going to launch Code Builder.
It should launch if you just press C.
Yes. So yeah, this is much simplified on what it was. All right, so you'll see that there are a series of tutorials with different headings and getting further and further, deeper and deeper into coding.
I don't think your screen's on the right spot.
We're going to start with the chicken run. So if you just click on the chicken run, that's the very first
Where are we?
one.
Ron, I don't think your screen's on the right spot.
No?
No,
No, we can
I
see
think
it.
you're. Yeah, I think you are, but mine doesn't come up with.
So
all
press
those
the
pictures.
Microsoft then.
Okay.
Microsoft MakeCode. And then it'll all come up.
Sorry?
All good, just getting into it.
Okay. Oh, my dogs are having conniptions.
Yeah, and then the chicken.
So is that sharing the right screen or not?
Yeah.
Are you seeing Minecraft with Code Builder on the right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we're going to program our agent to make it rain chickens. So the agent enacts the code. You create the code in Code Builder, and an agent in the Minecraft world enacts whatever code you created. So is everyone in Chicken Rain?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you just want to, so you'll see the three options there. You can do block building, which is the drag and drop simplified logical code. And then you can do the same thing in Python or in JavaScript. And you'll have kids, depending what years you teach, who will be interested in the text coding, which is the harder element. But for beginning logic, I would be starting all kids on block coding. And then you'll see ones that you may want to suggest something more extensive for them. So you want to go start tutorial. And you'll see that's
Ron,
what
I think I'm in the right spot.
Sorry?
Your screen view right now is just on the main Minecraft screen.
You're not seeing Code Builder?
No. And I don't know whether that's just me.
I'm seeing the chickens flying down the screen.
Maybe
Danielle
I'll
and
get
Chloe, are you seeing the chickens? Have we lost Daniel and Chloe?
See, because I can see you're not frozen or anything. but then the screen that you've got displaying is just your like homepage of Minecraft.
Oh.
Well, I'll restart it, but let's see how we go. It should be correct.
Attention students, could Anastasia from 4S please come to the office? Thank you.
For some reason, it has dropped Minecraft. Just see what's going on here. See if it works this time. Okay, are you seeing the Minecraft screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you seeing Code Builder on the right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird that it's showing for some and not for others. Well, I can talk you through it anyway. So you're going to click on Chicken Rain. And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to program the agent in Minecraft to make it rain chickens. So then you want to continue the activity. So you've seen the video of it that tells you what you're going to build. And you're going to click OK. I apologize for the dog in the background. He can hear someone in the street, so he's got to have a say. So in the very top of the tutorial, you'll see the steps it wants you to follow. So can everyone see that? Put an on-chat command and rename it to chicken. So can you see that? Mm-hmm. So you'll see the blue on-chat command on the side of the screen, and you'll see it says run. That's the command. So we want to change that to chicken.
Yeah.
So you're changing run to chicken. So now it says on chat command chicken. It's going to do something. So you click the right arrow at the top to get the next instruction in the tutorial. And it says it wants you to put spawn a chicken at your position. So you're going to go to the purple. See the purple? It's demonstrating which color of the pieces of code you want to use. So you want to go to mobs, the purple on the left. And it says spawn animal at, and so on. You want to drag that onto your blue coding board and then drag it into the space where it says on chat. And now it says on chat command chicken spawn animal at and 000. Okay, well, it's just got animal. We want to make it a chicken. So you need to mouse over until you find a chicken egg. If you mouse over or hit that the little blip next to animal, you should be able to go and find a chicken egg. You can make it rain pandas if you really want to, but the first one is a chicken. And at 000 is the spawn point where you landed in the world. So 000 is relative to the position of you now, where we landed in the world. Okay, so now you want to go to the next thing, the right arrow on the side of the code, and it says, change the spawn position to 10 blocks above your player. Now you do that by changing the middle figure, which is the height. So it's 0 and a height of 10 now, and 0. So it says now spawn chicken egg, on chat command chicken, spawn Aaron Stuckey. Spawn a chicken. Sorry, I'll have to hang this up. Spawn a chicken at 0, 0, 0, 10, 0. Okay. Now we're going to test that out to see how it works. So you're going to the green arrow at the bottom right hand of your code builder where it says start. So that's going to run the piece of code you just wrote. So did everyone have on chat command chicken, spawn animal, chicken egg at 0, 10, 0? Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so then you go click and it should take you back into the world. Now you'll need to move away to see you need to see your agent in the world. Or let's put chicken in anyway and see. So you want to do T, which brings up the chat command, and just write chicken, because that's the command we gave it. And you should see a chicken fall in front of you or near you.
Oh, yeah.
Want to test it again? T and chicken. So it's on chat command chicken. It should spawn a chicken. You'll see it fall, drop right in front of you. Yeah. Everything all right, Taylor?
Yeah. I think I'm spawning chicken.
You'll see it fall right in front of where you're.
So what are you pressing in the middle, please? And then you take your command /y. Should just be chicken.
If you just hit the T key, which is talk,
Yeah, no, just
and then write chicken. No slash, because it's not a command, it's a code it's calling in. So you don't need the slash, it's not a command, it's using the text code. So it says on chat chicken.
Okay. Got it.
Did you get a chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
running away.
Okay, so we want to go back to our code builder and bring it up, just slash code, so that is a command, and that worked. So we've got one chicken. Now we want to make it rain chickens. So go up to the top and choose the next command. And you'll see you've got on chat command chicken, spawn a chicken at 0, 10, 0. Okay, now we're going to put a repeat in around spawn. So you'll see it's green, the green repeat. So you go to loops. A loop is a repeat. Where something loops, it goes around, does it, and then does it, and then does it, and then does it. So if you go to loops on the left, you'll see repeat 4 times. And we want to drag that in and put it around spawn. We want spawn to be in the middle of it. So if you're reading from the top, it says on chat command chicken, repeat 4 times, do spawn animal chicken egg at 0, 10, 0. So the purple piece drags in where it clips in to be the repeat. So whatever's inside it, it's going to repeat 4 times. And then we're going to change it . You could have it as many chickens as you like. So the repeat you can make 100, repeat 100 times, because it was creating 1 chicken. So you can change that now. And whatever repeat it's going to keep doing till it reaches the repeat number times. And now we're ready to go in and test it. And it should be raining chickens. Now you might want to change the position so you can see the chickens. You could change any of those numbers so the chickens rain down in front of you, further away from you instead of over your head. So you can change those dimensions and then go in and test. And it will take a few seconds, but then you should, once you write T and do chicken, you should see it raining chickens.
Yeah. Lots of chicken.
How'd we go?
Yeah, got them.
Good.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Did everyone get that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now all my chickens are laying eggs everywhere.
You have fertile ones. Okay, so let's go back to our code builder and try another one. So we've completed that, and it should say, well done, you've completed your first mod. So that's the first piece of coding. Not threatening, fun and easy to use. So you're going to look for the home symbol in the code builder, which will take you back so you can look at doing another one. And you'll see it should show above my projects, it'll show what you've completed, and you should have got a little trophy for completing Chicken Rain. All right, what would we like to try next? I think Flower Trail is fun. So if you look down, you'll see superpowers, and we're going to do Flower Trail. So if you get that up, you'll see superpowers, Flower Trail, and then Flower Trail, mark your path, see where you go. So let's click open that, and you should see the little agent come up. So everyone got that up?
Yeah.
Cool. So the piece of code is there. On player walk, place a certain flower, and then whatever you want to do with it. Sorry, I've already done this one, so I've got to bring up a new version. Let me just get it up. Just while I'm there, if you look at the top under the word code builder, a few things to notice.
Unknown caller.
I don't know who that is. On the top underneath code builder, you'll see 3 icons. One is the block code, one is the JavaScript, and you get access to the Python. So if kids wanted to have a look at how the piece of code operates in text code, which is the more sophisticated version, they can pop in and have a look at that, see what the code looks like under the hood. It's very useful if you've got kids who want to actually learn to do the hard coding, the text coding, but starting out they may not, but they can have a look at it and see how it operates, how it's doing this piece of block work. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to make it so you have on player walk. So the player has to walk. You're going to place, and you can choose what flower you want to put. At, oh, now they've decided to frolic. And I've got it at 100, one kind of flower. Oh, sorry, my dogs have decided it's playtime now. At 100, place a certain kind of flower, whatever you like. And you can repeat that, put multiples of that. So you can place multiple sets of flowers. So you can do that for one flower or a different flower. So I'm placing 3 different flowers in my world. So if you can see what I'm doing in world, just to see it, as I walk, and walk backwards so you can see it, I'm going to be placing flowers in the world. So can you see that happening?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I just did 3 pieces of code with a different flower in each one at a different positions.
Unknown caller.
Oh, sorry, I might have to take this. They keep calling me. Hello. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I was ignoring calls and I wasn't back in Alicia is coming in as well.
Oh, the purple's nice.
Yeah. Back in. Let me just check everything's right, and we'll welcome Alicia as well. I'll just stop
Can you
sharing for a sec. Hi, have we got Alicia with us?
Somewhere in the air. Oh, is that because I don't know what I did.
Okay, we've got Alicia in it, but I need to get her to turn a video on. Okay, sorry about that. We'll go over that again in a sec. I'll just wait. Alicia is joining us. Hi, Alicia.
Hello, I think.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you see us?
Yeah.
Okay. So just for, I'm not sure where you got to, Taylor. Did you have
Flying
chicken
chickens. Yeah.
Does everyone mind if I just spend 1 minute bringing Alicia up on what we've done?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, you can play with your flowers, creating your flower walk.
What do we have to do? All right, I'll just catch up with Alicia.
Yeah, catch up with Alicia. That's a good idea. All right. So, Alicia, what we're doing, you need Minecraft open.
Yep.
And then just do backslash in the chat down the bottom. Just hit the backslash key and it will bring up the window at the bottom. And then just click in there and write code.
Okay.
And you'll be into Code Builder for Minecraft. So that should launch Code Builder on the right-hand window of your screen. Is that working?
It's just still loading, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Just one thing, when you start a world to use Code Builder, one of the options in setting up your world is to have coordinates on or coordinates off. It's really important that you have coordinates on when you're doing coding, so you know where things are happening. The coordinates are important, so when you set the world up, that's important. So wherever you are, you might want to move to a flat area or an open space in whatever world you're using. Is Code Builder up?
I'm still signing in, I apologize.
Oh, okay. No. It's all right. You just want to create a new flat world once you get Minecraft up. For everybody else, I'm going to give you something else to move on with. I want you to have a look at Agent Dig. So in 1, 2, 3 down, you'll see Agent Dig. So try that tutorial while you're waiting. You might jump into that one, Taylor.
Yeah.
Rather than repeating Chicken Rain. Just let me know when you're ready, Alicia.
Yeah, almost there.
We're just working through tutorials today, so you know it's kind of hand-holding through tutorials, but we're going to do a few sprinkles of things, and then there's plenty of other ones you can go in and explore yourself at your leisure. So it's kind of nice and loosey-goosey today.
Lovely.
So agent dig is you're programming the agent to dig a hole.
So am I going into Code Builder?
Yes. Did you create a world?
Yeah, I've just, oh, I should have made a flat, shouldn't I? No, I
Yeah.
mean infinite. Let me start again.
Yep. Yeah. Make it flat because it just means you don't have all the attendant problems on the outside. And you should see the bottom coordinates on in your settings. Make sure you've got the coordinates on.
You allow music on.
How do you make it into a tutorial, or do you just?
Sorry?
So I'm on Agent Dig. Is it supposed to be a tutorial?
Yep.
It's not giving me steps though. Does it just show you the code? Yeah.
You should see agent dig learn to pro blocks. The agent then shows you the piece of code. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not stepping
Right.
through that one. But you can edit what's there. So if you look at it, it says on cat command dig
Yeah.
and repeat so many levels or time,
Yeah.
level times. Do repeat 4 times. Agent move forward by, and so on.
So we're just like fiddling with it.
Yeah. Run it first, see what it does.
Okay.
So
we just go talk
read
and then
through the code.
dig.
Yeah. So you've got two the code there that you can look at. The first one, if you write on chat command hello, you should see your agent say hello agent, right? And teleport to the player. So you've got 2 commands, come and dig. So you go into the world, hit T for the chat, say come, and that should bring your agent to you.
Oh yeah.
And then the other command was dig, so T and do dig. And then you should see your agent dig.
My agent's not digging. Neither's mine. Oh. I don't know what he's trying to do. I just start there.
Go back to the code. Let me get everyone, Alicia in. Are you in, Alicia?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So if you do //
Yep.
it'll open the code builder.
Yep.
And the first one you want to look at is chicken rain. So we're going through the first few tutorials.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
So chicken rain is there.
Oh, sorry, one moment.
Sorry. Also, can't. I'm trying to. Come. Okay, mine came to me. Now dig, right?
Yeah, but mine won't dig.
Chloe, is yours digging?
No.
No, mine either.
No.
Okay, let's go back to the code in agent dig and see if we can troubleshoot what it's not doing.
Ron, do you want me to jump straight into the agent dig one?
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'll try and catch up.
Okay. I'm having a problem that it's cutting off on my chicken. Agent move forward by, I need to drag this to where I can see it. Agent move forward by 1. If the agent detects a block down, then destroy down, collect all, agent turn left. Oh, let me just check that. See if I've got it. Let's check if it's working at all here for a sec. Moving away from my agent. Okay, down's right. Agent destroy down is correct.
Is the agent not detected yet? Block down.
Oh, do you have to tell them how many levels to dig? It says on chat command dig levels, and then it says repeat levels times. So repeat however many levels you tell them to dig.
Yeah, but we don't have an option to put a number in there. It just wants us to change the variable. So
But what if you type it in the command? So if I type dig 4, let's see, hang on. Get my agent next to me. Okay, dig 4. He's going. Yeah, you have to put in. You have to tell him how many levels down to dig.
Okay.
Command. There he goes. She goes.
Okay.
Then if I tell it again, will it come? Yes.
The thing with a flat world is there are only 4 levels.
Yeah.
So
he's dug to the bottom of the world.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What if you point it
Let's see. This guy now. There we go.
Okay. Well, thank you
there
for troubleshooting that.
Welcome.
I think I'm missing something because when I'm trying the dig command, it's just saying there's no command.
Oh, it's not a command.
Tab.
You're talking to the agent. So it's not a slash.
Oh, okay.
Slash is for a command only. You're communicating with the agent in the world because you brought up code. So the agent's there, it's just the word dig in the chat. So it's just hit the T letter, which brings up it's T for talk, but and then type dig.
Yes, okay.
Dig
That.
dig whatever.
Yeah, that's worked. Awesome.
Tie up.
Yeah. And then you'll end up like this way. Yeah, and then move forward. Yeah.
Oh, hit the plus next to levels.
Plus next to it.
And there's number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Do you press that then? I had that in already. Oh,
No, that's if you want to add in a new variable.
Yeah, we don't need that. Okay.
Oh my God, the third.
He's gonna fall through it all the time.
So did everyone get their agent to dig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Hello.
How do you get rid of your agent?
It's a tricky one. When the kids accidentally press C and summon their agent into the game, I end up having to code him and teleport him up into the sky to get him out of the way because he quite often appears in the middle of whatever they're building.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to get him to actually. Once he's there, I think he's there forever.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get him
Really?
to go away.
But so if you say come though, it will move from wherever it is, right?
And you
Yeah.
can send him away. So you can code to send him away to the end of the earth, or you were saying you code him to go up into the sky.
Yeah. I just teleport him up. Into
How do you
the
do that?
Well, you know, the first one when we were looking, you can bring it to you. You can send it away.
Okay.
So you just fly up high up into the sky and then just type the chat command come and he'll just appear next to you in the sky and he'll stay there.
Okay.
Or you
Gonna
could use
try it.
coordinates to send him to a place.
Now he's just up in the sky. That's funny.
All right, let's do one more of these and then we're going to try something else. I want you to just look at the code builder list on the left. So these are all the aspects of coding that you can use. So if you want to click on each of these so you can familiarize yourself. So that's the whole list down the side where we were. There's the basic elements that you want. So we've used on chat command, on player walk. So when the player walks, something happens. And so on. Agent teleport to player. Agent move forward by so much. So you could send him 100 elements or 100 blocks away and so on. So these are all the basic commands that you want to place things if you're building. So you could place, that says blocks of dirt to start with, but it could be anything you want to place that in the world. Then you have player elements that you can change. So you can use items, give items, teleport, have the player walk, and so on. Then you have blocks and how you can use those. Placing blocks, breaking blocks, and filling a space with blocks. So you can give a space a certain number of coordinates and then fill the space with something. So that's used for mega builds if you want to put a big platform down or fill in within the coordinates. But you can see why it's really important to have the coordinates turned on in the world that you created. So you can print hello, you can replace something with something, and so on. Mods. So you can create conditions on things. So kill the nearest player, that's a fun one. Spawn an animal. You can apply things to the nearest player to you. You can teleport someone to a set of coordinates. So you, in the world. You can teleport your agent. That's the command you could use to get him out of your way. Teleport agent to, and give it a set of coordinates out of your way. And if you created a command for that on chat command, teleport my agent to 0, 100, 0, then that would move the agent away. So then you've got the actual agent commands. So the agent can do teleport to the player, turn left, turn right, destroy things, collect things, drop things, and so on. Gameplay aspects that you want to set. You can set the weather inside a command so that the weather's always going to be clear or rainy or whatever. Set the time of day. Set the mode or difficulty in the world. You can change the game to survival for the nearest player. That'd be fun. Okay, and so on. So you've got, and give points to players, etc. Moving on. Positions are obviously the coordinates of the world. And this is really great for kids learning general coordinate math. Loops is how to create a loop. And loops are really important in programming because you want to do something once, but then you might want to do it 100 times under a certain condition. So loop forever, pause, repeat so many times, and you can change how many times. Run in the background so it's doing something not in the main program. Logic. These are conditionals. So in programming, if something is true, then do something. If true, then, and if something isn't true, that's the else. So if true, do this, else do something else. So you can create a little conditional program there. So if there's a tree at a certain point, chop it down. If not, move forward. And then some Boolean algebra, which is and or. Do this and that. Or do this or that. And if not, something, true or false. Variables, math that you can apply in the world, and advanced coding, which will take you into functions and all sorts of other elements that you can use. Okay, I want to come out of this. And I want to take us into the code.org tutorial, which is really cool. So we're going to actually come out of Minecraft itself because we won't be using Minecraft. It's a specifically built space. It's great for kids, great for teachers. And I'll just share it from my desktop. You can see. Where we go. Okay, so we did basic tutorials and you can play with those. We want to go to, oh, what happened to my code.org page? There it is. Hour of Code. So we're going to code.org/Minecraft in a web browser. And I'll just get that up in mine as well. Now, Hour of Code runs once a year, but you can do these activities at any time of the year. It's really open to use at any time. And I'll just reshare. And they have a number of Minecraft design tutorials, but the one I like best is the Minecraft Hero. So that's the one we want to have a look at. Just watch for a sec though, because it's going to play a video, which you can watch from my screen. Now, the people that you see in this video and the voices that you hear are 4 of the most famous Minecraft YouTubers in the world. And the kids will immediately know who these people are. They're very, very famous. So,
Stampy, Lizzie,
can you hear that?
Thank you for coming with me. What I want to show you is just over this mesa.
Are you seeing the video?
You're going to love it.
Yep.
Wait a minute. There's a hole in the track. No! Is everyone okay?
Ah, I see the problem. Look, there was a hole in the track.
Really, Stampy?
Maybe we should gather blocks to fix it.
Let's make it a race. First one back to the top wins.
Okay, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, I'm just gonna gather some of this terracotta. Wait, guys, I can't mine.
Same.
I can't either.
Okay, that is really strange. Stampy, can you mine?
I can't mine.
Okay, everyone stay calm.
Is the game broken?
If it is, how do we fix it?
I don't know.
Does anyone know how to write Minecraft code?
What is that?
I've never seen one of these before.
It's so adorable.
Is it tameable?
Okay, what is going on? Someone needs to go back to the real world and fix this. Not it.
Not it. Okay, I'll go.
Hey! Oh, okay, hey, so I'm in the real world now. I'm gonna go try to find the Minecraft offices, but I'm gonna need your help. Start doing the tutorial, start learning how to code, and I'll catch up with you guys after a few levels, okay? Wish me luck. This way. Oh, cactus. I'm okay.
To complete the Hour of Code challenge, you'll need to write code to program the agent. You'll work together with the agent to clear any obstacles in your path so you can pick up the items you'll need for your journey. Only the agent can place and break blocks, and only you can collect items. Your screen is split into 3 main parts. On the left is Minecraft. The middle area is the toolbox with commands that the agent can understand. And on the right is the workspace. That's where you stack the commands to build your program to control the agent. The agent can walk, turn, and activate pressure plates. It can also destroy blocks and place blocks. When it places a block like these minecart rails, it places it underneath itself. If you forget what to do, the instructions for each level are at the top. If you want to try again, you can hit the blue reset button to reset everything to where it started. And if you need to delete a block of code, drag it from your workspace to the toolbox. Remember to hit run to get the agent moving. Okay, go ahead and try out the first few levels. Good luck.
So this mimics what happens in the actual coding inside Minecraft, but it's not in Minecraft. So it's teaching the principles of coding without having to be in Minecraft. And I really like it's very motivational and it's quite fun. So you want to get started. If you can jump past the video, so you close the video after it starts and get to the get started screen. And you choose who you're going to be, Steve or Alex.
Minecraft hero.
Should close Minecraft. It's going to play annoying music. The thing about this, I think it's motivational to show this before the kids actually get into the world. into doing it, because my coding doesn't appeal to everybody, and this might give them that motivation to learn to explore it. So is everyone at a screen like mine that says the door is locked?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we turn the music down? Sorry.
That's Minecraft music. If you want to make sure you quit out of Minecraft. Or if everybody mutes while they're not speaking, we probably won't hear it. I don't think it's mine because my Minecraft's closed. Oh, it's gone. Okay, so you should see the door is locked, but the agent is here to help. No, music's still playing. Well, it is me. I'll turn it down. I don't know where it's coming from because Minecraft's closed. Anyway, all right, the door is locked, but the agent is here to help. Snap a move forward block to the bottom of a when run block in the workspace to get the agent to the pressure plate, and then press run. Okay, well, let's have a look at what all that means. You click OK, and this screen should come up. So on the left is what's happening in the world. On the right at the top is the instruction, and underneath that is the code you're going to use. So you've got when run and move forward. So it wants you to snap a move forward under when run. Everyone done that? I need to go back to seeing people. I'm not seeing everybody on the screen at the moment. Everyone good?
Yep.
I think I've killed the music, so if you can unmute so I can hear you all, that would be great.
Hear music. Don't know where it's coming from.
So just test what that does. When run, move forward. Now you want to click on the run and see what happens. So what did you see happen?
Unlocking a door.
Yeah. Unlock the door.
So from this morning, you should remember about pressure plates. You'll see that when run, move forward, the agent at the very bottom of the screen steps forward one step onto the pressure plate, and the pressure plate opens the door. So now I'm trapped in a box in the center there, and the agent has opened the door for me to escape. So that's what that piece of code did. It says now the agent steps on the pressure plate and use the arrow keys to move out of the house to collect the chest. So now using the arrow keys, which is annoying because it should be the WASD that we normally use, but the arrow keys on your keyboard will move you forward, left, right, and so on, till you come to the chest, and you'll collect the chest along the way. And you should then see puzzle 1 completed. Congratulations, you wrote 1 line of code. Is everyone there? I'll replay it. Oh, I heard someone collecting their chest.
Yeah, I think it's me.
Well done. So the trick here is you're watching what the agent, you're coding the agent, but you're moving with the arrow keys in the world. So I'll reset it. I'm running. Agent stepped onto the plate, the pressure plate, which you can see there, the red stone, the red line between it and the door. The pressure plate activated the door, and now I can escape. And I move to the chest. And now we want to continue. Okay, so you can see at the top how far through the hour of code steps we are. So Alex is headed on an adventure to help get the map behind the locked door on the right. Snap the code into the workplace to move the agent to the pressure plate so that Alex can get through. Okay, so you can see the pressure plates there, and you're writing a piece of code that's going to move the agent so you can get through the locked door on the right. So have a play with what you want to do with that to make it happen. So you're moving the agent, remember, the agent is the piece of code. So when run, the agent's got to move forward how many steps? So you might want to repeat of move forward. And test it along the way. That's what coding is. You create a piece of code and you run it, see what happens. Create the next step, run it, see what happens. So test each piece as you do it to make sure you can complete it.
But then how do
I know. So, because I keep forgetting, you're going to move this person down and around.
So you have to
Just
go
with arrows. Yeah.
Then how do I get my agent?
Okay.
Keep the agent on the block.
Yes, the agent has to just move forward twice, I think.
Okay, so did you get the agent to move forward by doing when run, repeat 2 times, move forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just got 3 lines there with repeat 2. Takes the agent to the pressure plate and it opens the door to where the map is. So that's opened the door so Alex could actually get to the map. Now what do you think you need to do?
I just went to the next thing.
You can move your player now. So using your arrow keys, move the player to go and get the map.
That's all you have to do is get the map, I think.
So you're just using the arrow keys. You're the player on the left. You're going to move forward. You're going to step on a pressure plate.
And then the next one? Yeah.
Turn right. And then move forward and turn left and collect the map. Everyone get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you need to run off, go further, faster, please do. I'm just going to move at a pace that's comfortable for everyone. Oh, and look, he's back.
I think I'm in the right place. This is amazing. I feel like I'm back in Minecraft. Hello. Hello. Hi. Yes. Welcome to Minecraft. Thank you. Come on in. Okay. This is amazing. So you work here every day as a developer, right?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm a developer on the Minecraft Marketplace team.
How many coding languages do you know?
In my career, I've probably worked with over a dozen.
So now you wouldn't happen to know anything about this little golem guy that calls himself the agent?
We use the agent to do things that Steve or Alex can't, like go across lava.
Well, I want to learn how to code and they want to learn how to code. So what is sort of one of the first things that you need to know when you're learning?
Well, you need to learn how to use loops.
Okay.
Loops are things that developers write to give commands to a computer that can be run over and over again.
Got it. So I think there's actually some of that coming up in the levels ahead. So go ahead and give loops a try. In the next level, you can use a loop to move the agent along the path. Drag the repeat block into the workspace and place the move forward block inside the repeat block. This tells the computer to do the same thing many times in a row without having to drag a whole bunch of blocks into the workspace. You can choose how many times to repeat by putting a number in the repeat. You can put turns and multiple commands in the repeat block too. But for now, try using a repeat to move the agent forward a few steps. Remember, if you get stuck on a puzzle, you can always hit the blue reset button and try again. If you are thinking about having a cool job like Katie's, go ahead and click the Show Code button when you finish every level. That's going to actually show you the JavaScript code that someone like Katie uses when she's actually programming Minecraft. So anyway, thank you so much.
Yeah, good luck, everyone.
These, I love these videos because they're such good role models for girls to see that STEM's important and coding's important. Okay, so the next one is we're going to get the agent. Continues on the adventure. You need the compass to prepare for the trip. So we've got to go and collect the compass. You should be able to do this quite quickly. When run, we have to get the agent to the pressure plate to open the gate so that we can go get the compass.
You can actually use the WASD keys to move the player in it as well.
Yeah, it's silly that it says use the arrows because it's counter to what you have to do in Minecraft. So it's much better that you do use the WASD. So that's pretty simple. Everybody should have jumped through that quite quickly. So moving on to number 4 now. So as it says, your agent can do things you can't do, can walk on water, can travel over lava, all sorts of other things. Because if you travel over water, you will go under it. Okay, so for this one, the next one, number 4, we want to use the repeat loop to solve a problem. So the agent has to get to the bucket behind the door. We have to get to the bucket behind the door. So I see the bucket, the agent has to get to a pressure plate that will open the door for us. And then we can travel along through the door to the bucket. So create the piece of code that will get the agent to a pressure plate to open our door. So it's going to be when run and a number of repeats. Already coded for you, and then using the arrow keys or the WASD, move the agent through and move through and get the bucket. So a repeat is a loop. We're going to see that in a minute on a project I'm going to give you to play with. So it's pretty easy to do. So You can jump ahead now. You don't need to be working at pace with me if you're comfortable with it. Now you're guiding Alex through a maze in number 5. We're not going to do all of these. You can come back and do them. I'm going to get you to create something in a minute of your own. So let's just do number 5 and then we'll stop. So in this level 5, Alex has to collect an axe. And we have to get the agent to a pressure plate that allows us to get through. Pretty simple. And that's the nice thing. I think you want kids to see this as simple so that they can start to break down the logic of coding. Has everyone done number 5? Finished number 5?
Yep. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, we're going to come out of that and I'm going to give you a challenge to do. I just need to stop sharing that so I can give you the next thing. So you've got the basics of coding. You've got your idea of looping something, repeat as a repeat. Now we want to look at solving a challenge. And I think this is a really good way to give kids a coding task after you've given them the basics. So if they do the tutorials and the tasks inside Minecraft coding, if you take them through the hour of code activities, then you want to try and do something like this. Now, this is, I'm going to show you a video, which is of a build with an agent building in Minecraft. And the idea is we want, and I've done this lesson with kids. I did this piece of coding myself, so I'm very proud of it. But kids watch the video in teams and try to decide how the agent was programmed to build what you're going to see. And then they're going to map it out on paper so they know what the commands might be, because it's going to be move, forward, turn, and whatever, and some repeats, some looping, and some other commands. So they want to map it out on paper, and then you want them to go in and create and test their idea in code. So they have to try and replicate what they see in the video, and you're going to do this in a sec. Replicate what you see in the video in your own world. And then at the end, you want them to share the code, because code is not one answer. There may be actually 10 different ways to get to the same conclusion, but there are more elegant ways than others. So if a kid says, you know, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, instead of repeat 4 times, move forward, then they're using a much less elegant piece of code. It will still do exactly the same thing, but it's not efficient. Code should be as short as it can be to carry out the same action. So when you have a look at the end and in what people have coded and what kids have coded to do this, then you can talk about, okay, why is the code different? Why have some people got longer or shorter code? What have they used in the shorter code that made it more effective or more efficient or shorter, and how effective was that? So let's have a look at the video. There's no sound with it. You'll just see this is the agent building. Okay, so it's a pyramid. And that looks pretty easy, doesn't it? To write perhaps a piece of code that will do that. All right, that's your challenge now. In your world, you want to, using code, write the code to build a pyramid. So let's deconstruct it. What do we have to have? What will the first things be?
Block.
Sorry?
A block?
Oh, sorry, I had my
Is that what you
sound.
mean?
I don't know why Minecraft's playing noise. I don't have Minecraft open.
I think it's the Art of Code website. I closed my Art of Code website and the music stopped.
Oh, that'll be good. I'll kill that. Oh, yeah, there you go. Not driving everybody crazy.
It was doing my head in.
I know. I can't stand it in Minecraft either. I know. I've got it turned off in the settings so that it doesn't play. All right, so what would we have to do to create this? Imagine we were going to draw it out on paper, on grid paper. What's going to happen?
Well, we have to work out how wide or the lengths of the sides there.
Yeah. So we need to know the lengths of the sides. What else do we need to know?
How many levels there are.
Right. So there are 5. If we're going to replicate it, there are 5. We could count, if we watch the build, we should be able to see how many blocks it places.
It goes very fast.
What command are you going to need to start with? What commands do you think you're going to have to know?
Move forward, place block.
Right, you're going to move forward, place block, turn.
There's an agent block that's called place on move, and you have to set that to true before you start building. Otherwise he'll walk, but he won't leave a block behind him.
Okay.
Can you repeat that again, please?
Okay, so if say you wrote a command called build, the first code block you need is one that's called, it's in the agent section, it's called agent place on move, and it needs to be set to true so that every step he takes, he places a block behind him.
Okay, so let's start doing it then. I'll leave the screen up on that, but I'm just going to play in the world. So you want to move again to a space somewhere away from whatever in your world, an area. Okay. So I'm just flying out the hole that I was in with the agent. Okay, so let's drag all the things onto the plate that you want to use to code it. So you want new project. If you haven't already done that, click new project and give it a name, pyramid. And create it. All right, so you might want to go, we're going to have to do some things with the agent. So as Kirsty pointed out, you want to go and see what's in the agent section that you might want to grab. You might need the agent to turn, you need the agent to move. agent place on move and drag that. So these are all ones you want to drag into your coding place. Just drag them all in. Anything that thinks like you might want to use it. Don't try snapping them together yet, just dropping them on the plate that you might want. So, and you can separate them out around the space. You could have the agent teleport to a certain point if you wanted them to build the pyramid at a certain point. So on chat command, you might make it pyramid, just so that you're keeping that set at that command. So we decided we need move forward. In this particular one, it only turns left. So we don't need to change from, we only need one set of commands on turn. What happens after it completes the first perimeter of the pyramid, the first layer?
I reckon he, 1, 2, 3, 4. He turns left and moves up one. Turns left and moves up, and then he continues building. I reckon.
Okay. Try making your code to build the first level of the pyramid. So the first square level of the pyramid. So that's going to be agent place on move, and you need to make that true. But you need it to place what? What is it going to place?
Agent move forward button 1, agent place move, agent.
Yeah.
Do you put this in place?
So what are you going to do? What piece of code do you need to place a block?
Okay, I think I've got my bottom layer.
Okay, do you want to take the screen and show us,
sure,
and then show us what code you used? That will help kick everybody off. So Kirsty's just show us the codes first so we can see that. So you've got on chat pyramid, agent place on move true. So it's saying yes, place something when you move. Agent set active slot 1. Agent set block or item, and there's a block, count 100 in slot 1. Repeat 4 times. So what made you think to use that line, agent slot, the slot issue?
And because if you don't give him many bricks, he doesn't have any bricks to place.
Absolutely. He doesn't have access to the inventory unless you give him something.
That took me a long time to figure that out when I did this with my kids. Why wasn't he completing my code? And it just kept saying, agent could not place block. Agent could not place block. That's like, what? Why not? Why can't he do it? And then I realized he didn't have any blocks.
Yeah, because he's got to access your inventory. So remember this morning when we were working in slot 1 on the inventory, you need to put some blocks that he's got access to. Is everyone okay with that? Or do I need to go in and show you where to? You need to open your inventory with E. find whatever block you want the agent to access, and then put them in slot whatever number you're going to give him to use. So slot 1's easy. You can change it to slot 9 if you like, but whatever is in that slot is what he's going to use.
If you don't want to code him to do that, you can, if I close this, you can get the items in your inventory, and then you can right click on your agent and it brings up, so here's my inventory and here's my agent's inventory at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually, if you want to build with blocks of grass, you can put them in there and then just tell it to set active slot to slot 4.
Could you go back to your code, please?
Yeah, sorry.
So, agent destroy forward.
Yeah, might leave it up for a minute, Kirsty, so that everybody can set it on their own to test it. So you're giving them access to some blocks and then repeating 4 times, move forward by 8, turn left. If agent detects a block forward, then agent destroy. So if it runs into something, you've even got it sophisticated enough to destroy something that's in its way.
Yeah, because if you can see here, he's actually done this square, but he's left an empty slot because he couldn't move forward because there's a block in his way from the first block that he placed.
How did you get him to have stuff again?
It's this one here. So agent set block or item, you choose your block and you tell it to go into slot number 1.
Mine's still not placing anything though.
When you run it?
Yeah.
Have you got this set to true?
No.
So let's read it through from the top again so we know. On chat command pyramid, so we're building a pyramid. Agent place on move true. So it's yes, it's going to place something when it moves. Agent set active slot 1, so it's going to place whatever's in slot 1. The block item, and you're given it the block and how many blocks it has in slot 1, 100 of that. It's going to repeat 4 times what's inside that green repeat bracket. So it's agent move forward by 8. So it's going to move forward 8, turn left. Detect if there's a block forward and destroy it if there's something in its way. And then it's going to move forward, turn left, destroy if there's something in the way, move forward, turn left, and so on. So that's the complete code that would create the bottom layer. So has everyone had a go at putting all that together?
Yeah.
Yep.
And tested it?
Yeah.
And you want to show us it building, please, Kirsty?
Okay. So you'll see there, I also coded him to teleport so that every time I move to a new slot, I can just teleport him where I want him rather than having to break it and rebuild it. I've just coded him to teleport here as well. So if I move him over here,
Okay, so you have a problem.
yeah, but it's only a problem because I haven't told him to do the next layer yet.
Is to move up.
Yeah, because he's going to move forward 1 spot now and he'll leave a block behind him. So he'll fill this spot and then he's going to move up 1 slot to do the inside layer. So he will fill this block when I do my next piece of code.
Okay, has everyone got that working?
Yep.
Say so if you haven't. I'm not hearing everyone say yes, yes, resoundingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
yet. What is that? Do I have to command him to do this?
So who was the not yet?
No, take me to your way.
Did I do that?
So you see why that command that Kirsty's created, TP, is important, because he can't build where the other things are, although he could destroy the blocks in front of him. But if you move, he moves, if you use that command first. Or you can just break everything down and start again. How you going, Alicia? Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, so if you've got that square, then you've got to deal with the next point, which is, as Kirsty said, he's going to move forward. So we know he'll fill that space in, but he now needs to move up.
Do you want me to stop sharing my screen or not?
Well, let's just leave it there for a sec. Has everyone got it working?
I can't get my agent to come to me. So he's building.
He's building in the ground.
He's building in the ground where he was.
Okay, did you see the command that Kirsty's got there on screen?
This one.
Oh, the teleport one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that.
But you have to play that first. So you have to type TP, move to where you want to build, type TP, and then the agent will come to you. Then you enact the next script. So in essence, you're creating a series of routines which each have a name. TP is the first one in this case, and then the second one is the pyramid. Okay, if you're good with that, then you want to move on to thinking about how you're going to program the second layer. How are you going to get him to go up, move forward, go up, and then start building the next layer? Now remember, because this is not gravity dependent, that you can actually build above vacant space. So you can turn the sharing off now, and we'll get everybody working on the next level.
Finally.
So it shouldn't be too hard. You had move forward. You just need to change that. Now you need to use a move up. And then it's essentially repeating the piece of code you had, but with a different set of numbers. How are we going? Someone think they've solved the problem of filling in the space and moving to the next level?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Me. Kirsty.
So let's give somebody else a go. Anyone?
I'm a bit behind.
Who was that? Danielle?
Yeah, I just said I'm a bit behind.
Where are you at? What can we help
No,
with?
I've been able to do the one layer, and I'm just now trying to figure out how to do the next one.
Okay. Has someone got the bit filled in for the next layer? You don't have to complete it. You just have to have it so that he can step forward, step up. and start the next layer.
Why can't you play something?
I got him up, but he keeps destroying the block before he does it.
Show us what happens. You share screen?
I can't share the screen on it because I'm on 2 different devices.
Oh, that's right. You're on your iPad.
Yeah.
If you get him to move forward first and then get him to move up. So underneath you repeat 4 times, do move forward, then move up. You'll fill the block and then move up.
Then I used to play with different numbers.
No.
What are the numbers?
Chloe, do you want to show us where you're at?
Oh no, I'm not anywhere. I'm just trying to work out the numbers.
Now you need to tell us. I can't see your screen. If we were in a room, I'd be walking around looking at your screen. But tell us where you're at.
I've managed to move him up and forward and up, but then I don't know what I do next.
Okay, well, show us what you've got. Share the screen.
Do I do the same? Okay, hang on.
I do.
Oh. My Minecraft is not coming up to share.
Hmm.
Try again. Nope. Just my team space comes up. Nothing else.
That's yeah, that's odd. I did have it happen that I had to stop sharing and then start it again.
Yeah, okay. I'll try.
Oh.
No, it's not coming up. My desktop is sharing, sorry.
That's all right. Nice, happy pictures.
Thanks very much.
In Paris that you can't visit anymore at the moment.
I know. Oh, now my text messages.
Okay.
Try the other one. It doesn't come up unless I get out of Minecraft and go back into it. I don't know.
No, don't do that because you'll
I'll try and build the whole thing and then I'll.
Okay, what about someone else? Alicia, are you able to share?
I almost have it. My second layer is the wrong direction. So I'm trying to change that.
On your desktop so we can see the problem because it's really good troubleshooting along the way. Let you share. We're just trying to work out.
Let's see.
I think it has a problem when the MakeCode is up over Minecraft because it's actually pulling in an app in Minecraft.
Yes, I'm trying to share. I'm not accepting that. Oh.
So we're viewing your screen.
Yes.
There we go.
I've got a big mess of everything.
Okay, so what did you show us the piece of code you added to get it to the next level?
So I went move forward and then move up, but then I've turned the wrong way. You can see in the background over here, my second level goes out the wrong side.
Okay, do you want to
take that turn left out? The one under move up.
This one?
Yeah. You don't need that.
So do you want to try running that and show us how it goes?
Oh, okay.
My numbers.
Could it move forward and in, didn't it?
Okay.
Okay, so you can see only a slight tweak, and that's absolutely correct. So where did your numbers go wrong?
That I just dropped by 1 instead of 2. Yeah.
Do you want to raise that up in size a little bit so the others can see?
Is that all right?
Yeah. So Chloe, Danielle, and Taylor, can you see that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need that. Oh, that's yours. Yeah, don't do it.
So yeah, because you're moving in, up and in, and it's 1 block less on each end, you're now not moving forward 1 less, but 2 less. And left. Is everybody able to get that happening?
Yep.
I hear 1 yep.
No,
I've my pyramid finished, so.
Yeah, you're finished the pyramid. Okay, well, the next step is, when we'll come back to you, but say you've got something to do. I want you to design something that we can guess how you made it.
Okay.
So you have to design something, code something to build so that we can guess how you made it.
Okay.
So we have to deconstruct it to work out the code. And the rest of us will move on with this. So is everyone able to put in the second layer?
No.
No, not yet.
No? Okay, let's break it down. What's not happening?
Hang on. They should move forward by.
Oh gosh.
Talk it out loud so we can help.
That's all right. Hang on a second. Agent move up. Okay, 4 times 6. I did that. I'm just going to try it.
Okay. So Chloe and Danielle, where are you at?
I just tried it, but and it's the same as the one on the screen, but it didn't work.
Sorry, I didn't hear at the end there.
It's the same. My code's the same as the one on the screen, I think.
What happened?
No, it didn't work, and it didn't. It didn't fill the gap.
Did you move up before you moved forward?
No, I moved forward before I moved up. Should be around the other way.
Okay, do you want to take the screen so we can see?
I still can't share.
Oh.
Only my desktop.
That's a bummer.
I know.
Okay.
So
I might just move a couple of things around. I think I've got some things in the wrong order.
Oh, the mic keeps going.
The agent has to move forward before he moves up, because moving forward fills the hole.
Yeah, mine's doing that.
It's filling the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's it not doing?
No, it's not filling the hole, but it's moving forward before it moves up. But it's not filling the hole.
Is it outside the loop of text?
Yes. Should it be inside that?
Well, it's got to still be where move forward and leave a block was part of the code.
Okay.
So look and see if you've put it outside of that.
Of the loop, yeah.
Do you want to put yours back up, please, Alicia, so we can troubleshoot from yours that's working?
Okay. stop here.
Yeah.
Sorry to respond.
So, Chloe, are you looking at Alicia's?
Yeah.
So I moved forward, but he didn't place a block.
I'm just going to teleport and do it another one.
Okay.
8 for times. Agent move forward by 8. Correct. Agent turn left. Correct. Agent move forward by 1. Agent move up by 1. Repeat 4 times. You got the same as that?
I think so. Who's building?
That worked, did it?
No, so now he's going on the inside of. So he's on top of that. He should be on the inside. He's on top of it. He should be.
So where is it building?
It's building, but it's like the second layer is building on directly on top of the other one on one side, not in the middle. Do you understand what I'm saying? So something to do with the numbers is not right. But it filled the gap that time.
Okay.
So I've solved one problem.
So what have you got him moving forward by?
Let me check.
In that second layer.
It says 6. What should it be?
6. Move forward by 1. Move up by 1. Then
Yeah, I've got that.
repeat 4 times.
Yeah.
Agent move forward by 6.
Yeah.
Agent turn left.
Yeah, I've got that. But it doesn't work. It doesn't sit properly.
Same.
Do I need to alter my number somehow?
That should work.
Let me test it again.
Maybe I'm going to try to record twice rather than once. Because he's just going up on that last one.
Such a pity you can't share your screen, because this is such like kids. This is such a great teachable moment, because if you can look at the piece of code and see what's happening in the build, you can deduce the problem. So yeah, it's a real pity that we're not seeing your screen to see what's happening.
Is that the code that works?
Yeah, that's the code I'm using now.
Yep, and that works.
Okay.
Not those terrible ones in the background.
Yes.
Skipped one. Is it because of the animals?
What, you've got pesky chickens in the way or something?
Right. Oh, I still can't. I've got to move in. How do you move in?
What's it doing? And when it moves up, right?
When it moves up, well, this time it skipped I don't know if the chicken or that cow or something got in the way. It skipped building a block, and then it went up to the next one, but it's building on top of the same level, the same blocks that are already there.
On one wall or 3 walls?
On one wall, and then it's because it's only going 6, then it's just on one wall, but then it's short on the other side. The whole thing needs to move across by 1. Basically.
So you haven't moved up and across anywhere?
Yeah, no, just move.
I'm going to let Alicia take her screen back so she can go and code then. Or keep coding the next layer, Alicia, with it on screen if you want.
I have Alicia's code as well, and mine's also not working.
Yeah.
What have I got?
Maybe
it's like exactly the same.
Let me run it one more time.
Agent move forward by 2 that time I had.
Yeah, but see, hers has worked.
Can you fly up so we can see it as it builds too? So. Yeah, that's it. So we can see the building correctly.
My blocks drop inside when I do that.
Have you got the settings, have you got gravity on?
Yeah, if you're
How do I
building
fix
with
that?
if it drops inside, change the blocks you're building with, because certain blocks do have gravity.
Oh, okay. So if I'm building with,
If you're building with concrete powder, it won't work. It has to
I'm
be a
building with
concrete block.
wood,
Yeah.
Oh.
not gold wood. So should I change it to
Gravity,
brick?
like sand has gravity. Some things have gravity in the world and others don't.
Is that acacia wood plank?
Red sand, is that all right?
Yeah, mine's acacia wood.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it with the same wood then.
But that code's correct because it's building on all the sides correctly.
Oh yeah, it works with the acacia.
Right.
Oh, except it's not going in a like it's not going in a circle or square or whatever.
What's it going in?
It's going in like a zigzag. Can you see me on the thing?
Hold on.
Can you see me now?
I have to stop sharing to see the.
Oh, it hasn't turned left each time, or it's turned back.
Let me just stop, Alicia. Can you stop sharing for a second?
Yeah.
I can see better. Okay, so what's, all right, so it didn't turn left.
But it's exactly the same code.
It moved left, it didn't turn left.
Nope, that's it. That's the problem. There you go. All right, let me try it now. I reckon it's going to work.
Hold it up so we can see. Woo!
All right. Hold on a sec.
So move left is stepping sideways. Turn left is turning.
No. Oh, wait. I don't know if that worked. No, because look, that one's now the same thing.
So,
and that one's too short.
Yeah. So he moved up. Turn. Across.
So Alicia, do you still have yours up?
Yep. Let me reshare.
Can I like say it to you and you tell me if this is what you have?
Okay.
So it's on chat pyramid or whatever.
Hold on a
then
sec.
Agent place.
Hold on a sec. Maybe if we can get Chloe to do the same, to listen and step through hers as well.
Because I think actually saying it when you said that, then I didn't even realize it said move instead of turn.
So Chloe and Danielle, can you listen and watch your screen and see if it's what you've got? Yeah. Okay. So you ready?
Okay, ready? So agent place on move, true. Agent place set blocker item, and it's the acacia wood. Count 100 in slot 1. Repeat 4 times. Do agent move forward by 8. Agent turn left. Then agent move forward by 1. Agent move up by 1. Repeat 4 times. Do agent move forward by 6. Agent turn left.
Yeah, that's what I've got. The only thing I have different is the very top agent set blocker item. I didn't make it count 100. Mine's just count 1 in slot 1.
I'll try count 1 in slot 1 just to see.
It shouldn't, but
it's not. That's not going to change.
That's not impacting it.
Well, that's weird. Then why would hers work and not mine?
Is it? Do you? So what's yours doing?
It's like building it short on one side and then like too high on another side. So it's like not building it the right.
It's going up, and it must be turning right to go back onto the top of the block, the first block.
Is it where are your move forward, move up outside of the repeat loops?
Is my what? Sorry.
Your when you've got after you've got the repeat 4 times, move forward by 8, turn left.
So it just did it. I didn't change anything. Actually, no, I did. I changed that 100 thing and did it right.
Oh, that's weird.
So I don't know whether maybe there was an animal in the way or something, or just the 100 thing, but it did it right just then.
Excellent.
So, I don't know.
Chickens are problematic. Okay, what about you, Danielle? How are we going? Can either of you share your screen? Because it's really hard for us to know how it's going. And those of you who've got it, you can move on to do the next level. So you're just reducing now. It's the same code, reducing each time to get to the top. Danielle, can you share your screen? Okay, let's have a look. So what is it doing? Can you run it through so we can see what the error is that's happening?
Danielle, I know what's happened. Before you press pyramid, you need to move out of the way. So you were standing too close to the agent, and he's tried to place his blocks where you were standing. So that's why you got that error on the left-hand side. So teleport your agent to you, but then move back a couple of steps so you're not too close to him.
So there's nothing, yeah, it looks like the code should be okay. Just go back, move somewhere else far away, get the agent to teleport to you.
And then move out of his way a little there, and then try it.
So make sure you've moved back from where he's going to head to build, yeah. And fly up so you can see it from above.
There you go.
Hey, yeah, you've got it. So you had it all along. But
you were just standing in the way.
Seeing your screen actually helps solve the problem so much faster. But this is the kind of stuff that's really great for kids, to look at what went wrong and say, okay, well, what have we done? Can we tell if this is inside the loop, outside the loop? Is it, you know, is he turning before he needs to move forward, and so on. Right, so you've got 2. You should be able to do the next layers quite simply. Again, it's repeating again, but changing the numbers. And you still need your move forward by 1, move up by 1 to fill in the gap and take it up to the next level, repeat 4 times and move forward by. What number will it need to be for the next one?
So 4 on the next.
Yeah, yeah.
Did your pyramid have a single one at the top, or did it just have a hole at the top?
It had a hole at the top.
Okay.
How do you get it to place its last block then?
Just get him to move up.
Just move up?
Yeah. And he'll be standing on the top of the pyramid, celebrating the pyramid. And I love that we all assume the agent is a he. I don't know why, but maybe it's because we like thinking we're commanding he's to do things.
True.
All right, how are we going? So the first time I did this, I don't know if any of you did this, mine actually turned the exact wrong way, and it was building, the next layer was in the opposite direction that it needed to go. It was getting quite sculptural, but it wasn't a pyramid. And it was very helpful having drawn it on paper, just to mentally, like a mental model of what it was going to be, was very helpful. And that's a good thing for kids to do, to use grid paper, if what you're programming is a build, so that they can work out what things need to deviate or change or whatever.
And if you've got any, I've got little Lego square flat pieces of Lego, and I get the kids to actually build it with the Lego and write the steps as they're going, and then it helps them visualize it much better whenever they're trying to code their agent to do it.
Yeah, and that's kind of coping to that learning styles need, the kids that need a tangible thing to handle, the kids who need to draw it, to see it visually, and then, you know, working out the code is a lot easier if you're using all those multimedia to do it. So how are we going? Are we finished?
Yep.
Are you smiling, Danielle? Have you got him done? Nearly? Yes? No thumbs down now. It's all thumbs up. Okay, so who wants to, do you want to show us, Danielle, the finished pyramid?
I love this sign language.
Yes. Wait a minute. I think we have got to wait a minute there. Oh, Taylor's going to show us. Oh, no?
Where's Taylor gone? I can only see her name.
Yeah. The camera's...
Hard. Let me fix it.
Okay, do you want to show us on your iPad, Taylor? Have you finished?
Can you see me?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it on my iPad. I'm talking on my iPad and doing it on my laptop.
Oh, okay. Can you share your desktop and show us your... Oh, no, you're not on... Yeah, you're not on... You had both.
I can still show you if you want to see it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get it going and then I'll show it like as it's going.
Okay. Especially if it builds... Oh, because we're not muted. It's the camera's taken from...
Do you want me to keep talking so you can see it?
We can see now. Yay!
Hooray!
That's awesome. Okay, so it's a really great problem-solving exercise with kids to have them deconstruct something and work out what it's going to be. So your challenge out of the little bit of coding we've learnt today is to create something that can be a how did they do it for other people. Have you created yours, Kirsty?
Yeah.
You want to show us?
Yeah. see.
So Kirsty's going to take the screen and she's going to show us the build. Now we've got to try and work out, and we might post these and get the rest of the people in the project to see if they can replicate the build.
This is it. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rainbow tower.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay, so obviously there's the build, and then we've got something else changing. Whereas we had lengths changing, we've got colors changing. And there's a little pig is wandering around in it. Wandering around it. Okay, very quickly, do we think we could do this? Watch it build again so we can see the dimensions.
It's 5 by 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you call it?
Just tower.
Tower. Okay. Well, let's see if we can build tower in our last few minutes together.
I'm sorry, Bron, I actually have to run right now for our staff meeting.
Okay. All right. The homework before anybody goes is to build your own how did they do it, and record it somehow, whether it's a picture like this, like we're seeing on screen, or a video of it in build. You can be as creative as you like, but it has to have been created in code using Code Builder and shared to the group. And what we might do is if we can get them done by next Monday, I'll put them in the email for Monday for people to attempt them in the rest of the project. So we'll have four or five fun things to give other people to do. Do you all feel a little bit more comfortable with what happens in the coding? I really would encourage you to do the tutorials inside Minecraft, to do the Hour of Code tutorials. And there are 2 or 3 lessons on coding. I'll post them to the group in the Minecraft lessons that you could do yourself that are kind of fun to do and would encourage. One is by our Victorian teacher. There's a couple of good lessons there for kids to start coding, but they're good ones for you to do just to follow the instructions and feel more comfortable about it. But you don't have to know how to do everything. You just have to be able to help troubleshoot with the kids. The troubleshooting is probably where the most learning happens. So, looking at the logic of something, whether it's inside a repeat, inside the loop or outside the loop, all of that. Super. I might let everybody go because you can all take a screenshot, if you can, of Kirsty's build. And it's 5 by 5. You take a screenshot of it, and I'll do that now myself. I can post it up if we need, and see if you can build it.
Okay.
Brilliant. And I think since everyone got their screenshots, so we can stop sharing there for a sec.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the basics of coding and getting it happening. You can do as little or as much as you want. And I hope we'll have 5 fun projects to share with the rest of the group by Monday. We had homework from this morning and homework from today. And fab stuff.
Thank you very much, Bron. Sorry I jumped in without registering.
Oh, that's all right. I'm glad to have.
I suddenly had the free time.
Sorry? You ended up.
I suddenly had the time.
To have.
Yeah, it was good.
All right. Well, I hope it was useful.
Thank you. Great.
Thanks everybody for being so attentive. It's good to see girls represented here. It seems like the girls.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Extra mile in all this. And certainly if we wanted to do some more coding, I've got a couple of other fun projects that we could do another session on. We talked last night in the meeting about moving forward with the online activity that's happening, that we might end up doing 1 hour things. So from here on in, perhaps because, you know, we don't know how people will be working, but we could do 1 hour to 90-minute activity sessions so that people could fit them in out after school or something.
That would be
like that.
perfect.
Yeah, so that's the thinking going forward for next term, that we'll try and do, you know, 60 to 90-minute things that are easy to drop into, get involved, and you can take away a piece of homework to continue working if you want to. All right, is that something that appeals to everybody?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good, and good to see. I like seeing like Danielle and Chloe there together. If you're working with a workmate from school, you've got two brains to try and solve a problem. It's helpful to have that conversation together because it's kind of going forward. It's not all going to be all that easy doing things remotely. Do you like using Zoom?
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Okay, I like it, and I saw recently the owner of Zoom, the guy who founded it, is giving it away free to K-12 schools for the next 6 months in the higher level version in recognition of the issues around coronavirus. So, you know, if it's a tool you might like to use with your kids, I find it's pretty seamless in terms of connecting, just, you know, making sure you notice that new people are joining the session. But the camera work is very robust. I find if we'd done this in 3 hours of Skype with 5 cameras on, it would have crashed several times by now. So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty robust as a tool to use for online teaching. So, and yeah, I've put in the discussion in Teams a new idea of what could we be doing in Minecraft if we have to remote teach with our kids. What projects could we be giving them that they could be working on that could be fun? And how can we equate that for kids? We've got an equity issue there for kids who can't get online, you know? So with the coding, that's kind of cool. We said you could draw it, you could build it in Lego. We've got alternatives for how they could, and then write the code or do something. We've got to work out how we can manage for kids who won't be able to be online, or whose parents don't have devices that they could use or whatever. So there is an equity issue coming up that we haven't yet had to face. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being so attentive. And, you know, have a fun rest of your day and enjoy your staff meeting, Taylor.
Not me.
Not you? Oh, it's Danielle.
It's already gone.
Danielle and Chloe. Whoever's running to a staff meeting.
That's me. I'm off.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.